Let's go.
Damn. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Louis. I'm about to fuck this joint up. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Damn. When I hop in the booth, they fuck with my sound. Put that shit on the scale, we taxing pound for pound. Nigga keep this and put them in the ground. My shit in your ear and tell me how it sound. A nigga too smart can catch me out of bounds. Let's go. That bitch got cooked like some chicken. And he lying, he not rapping what he living. Yeah, that's my cousin, but this shit a business. Work that bitch out just like we doing fitness.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video. We're going to be talking about Brian Robison now officially running back one, because Antonio Gibson most likely will be our kick returner according to Ron Rivera. Also, we got some injury updates and injury blow to the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Before we get into today's video, I'm going to tell you guys that I have a huge collab dropping on the channel tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Me and Engraven Vids talked about the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. So make sure you guys turn your post notifications on and subscribe to the channel. I want to roll to 5,000 subscribers. Again, that video is dropping tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So, Washington Commanders, it's the preseason finale, man. And as we know, we're getting close to the final 53. A lot of roster moves and shifting is going to be taking place. And we got some news on Antonio Gibson. As we know, man, after that Panthers game, fumbling the ball, his role started to change. Brian Robison stepped in. He started getting more carries. Then you started to see Antonio Gibson on special teams. I even made a video about him being on special teams. And a lot of people were like, hey, Juan, you tripping. Brian Robison was on special teams too. Not that big of a deal. I'm like, y'all, man. It's a difference between you if you have a rookie third-round running back trying to make this roster on special teams, but you have your second-year, 2-year starting running back, 1,000-yard rusher, double-digit touchdowns in his rookie year on special teams. A guy that's your running back one, a vocal point of your offense on special teams. That's a big deal. That means something. And here shortly we found out that now Antonio Gibson will be your kick returner. As we seen in the Kansas City Chiefs game, he was the starting kick returner. So now I guess he's running back too. Because the reason why I say that is because you're not going to put out your running back one on special teams, the guy that you expect to be, you know, the taking a load as a running back. You're not going to do that, right? That's why you have guys like Alex Erickson or Dax Milne or Jared Patterson. You have other guys for that role, you know. But now with him having a reduced role as the ball carrier, primary ball carrier, he can now go back to his Memphis days in college where he was an electrifying kick returner. So I look at it as a positive. It may not be a positive for him because now he knows his role is reduced. But for us fans, it's a win-win. I love Antonio Gibson, man. You know, I really do. And it sucks that this kept happening. But we knew if it happened again, he was going to be on a short leash because last year we didn't really have nobody to replace him with. I love Jared Patterson to death, man, and I want him to make this roster. But he wasn't going to be no threat to anybody if he had to be the primary ball carrier, you know, with Antonio Gibson being out and fumbling the ball. I mean, at times JP did step in, you know, after he fumbled and was towing that thing, man. But for him to have 25, 30 carries, you know, I'm not sure if JP could do that for 17 consecutive games or 17 consecutive weeks, right? So nobody was scared of our running back room. Now you bring in Alabama rusher, you know, Brian Robison in replace of Antonio Gibson just in case he fumbles. And now you have something cooking. So it's a win-win for us, man. You know, I think now we can be a little bit more expendable with Antonio Gibson and how we use him. Remember, coming out of Memphis, we wanted to use him as a versatile weapon, but his nickname was the weapon, right? We wanted to use him as a weapon, but we quickly saw that he can be a pure running back. We tried to let him make him a pure running back only, and he was good at it, man. But it's just he couldn't hold on to the ball, and he lacked vision at times. But now he can be a running back. He can be a slot guy. He could be a kick returner. You know, again, he was electrifying in college at that. So I think this is a win-win, man, because not only are we going to have a bell cow back there, a guy that's just going to tote, we now can use Antonio Gibson, what we really was supposed to really use him for when he came out of college. Like, again, Antonio Gibson can be a running back one in this league. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we drafted him to be a versatile player, a weapon And now he can do that. So just imagine, you got him, you got Brian Robison now as the courier, you got JP if he makes this roster, you got JD McKissick, you got two weapons in Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Logan Thomas when he comes back healthy, who we'll talk a little bit more about him later in the video. And then now you got Cam Sims when he comes back, John Bates, Cole Turner whenever he gets healthy. This offense is loaded, man. So I'm happy about the change, you know, as far as what we can get from the positives. It obviously sucks that Antonio Gibson isn't going to be running back one, because I'm a huge Antonio Gibson fan. I wasn't too high on the draft pick of Brian Robinson just because I was a Gibby fan, and I still am. I'm not changing. But I'm looking at it from a positive aspect, especially after seeing 2 weeks of Brian Robinson toting that thing. I'm happy. So, yeah, man, there you have it. Antonio Gibson most likely will be your kick returner, according to Ron Rivera. Now, let's get into some other news and talk about these Washington Commanders injuries. So, let's start off the injury report in a positive way. So, Logan Thomas, as we know, returned from the physically unable to perform list a couple days ago, and yesterday he partook in a little bit of some 707 action, and the team was happy for him. You know, they gave him a round of applause to welcome him back, man. And you just see how important he is to this offense and just this team in general. He's a great player on the team, and we need him. But just as a human being, man, and what he means to this locker room as a leader, veteran presence, it's great to have Logan Thomas back, man. And I'm excited to see what he can bring coming off of the torn ACL, man. Because, you know, that's a very, very tough injury. You know, to just miss the later part of the season. You know, we beat the Raiders. He got injured in the Raiders game versus, you know, going up against Yannick Ngakoue on the backside of the play, which was a nasty play, a dirty play in my opinion. We needed him down that stretch. And, you know, I know he wanted to play, you know, badly. And to miss him, just the whole COVID situation and so many injuries down the stretch of that season, it was terrible, man. But I'm glad to have him back. We need him again, and we're going to ramp him up here shortly. Ron Rivera said it's a milestone to have him back out there, and he probably will play week 1. Now, I think his return week is going to be week 2, maybe 3, but he came back a week earlier. He thought he was going to come back after the Ravens game, but he came back the week of, so maybe he does be ready for week 1. Maybe he is ready for week 1, but I think maybe week 2 versus the Lions, or even 3 versus the Eagles, that's where he makes his debut. And I'm fine with it, man. Take it slow, you know, and just be cautious with him, man. You don't want to rush him back. So I'm excited about Logan Thomas. Now, some negative parts, you know, Cam Sims, you know, he got a concussion, you know, the big hit that he took in Chiefs game. But other than that, we're getting relatively healthy. Curtis Samuel continues to build confidence in practice. He looks good. We got Trey Turner back finally. Wes Schweitzer, Andrew Norwell, they look fine. So we're getting healthy at the right time, and I can't be more excited about it, man. I'm just ready to get the Jacksonville game. I want to get this last preseason game out the way, and I want to get to week 1 versus Jacksonville, man, because I'm really excited. Now, before we close out this video, I want to talk about our division rivals. So the Dallas Cowboys, man, they are in shambles on that offensive line, man. They lost a big piece in Tyron Smith this morning, as he has, I want to say, a completely torn hamstring, and he'll be out more likely than not for the rest of the season. Ian Rappaport says there is a slim chance if he returns, it will be in December. So even if he comes back, he's going to be out for all of the season, basically. So that is a very, very unfortunate situation for the Dallas Cowboys, man. As they need their left tackle, man. He is one of the better left tackles in football, but he just continues to be hurt. He hasn't played a full season since 2015. So they need Tyron Smith. Now, you look at it, and what could they possibly do? Maybe the Dallas Cowboys could sign a 40-year-old Jason Peters, or, you know, an Eric Fisher or someone like that. But that's a very, very huge blow to the Dallas Cowboys. That's Dak Prescott's blind side. And that's unfortunate. But for us, we now got to take advantage of that. You know, we got to look at that as a positive. So when we play the Dallas Cowboys, week 5 or week 4, we got to take advantage of that, man. So yeah, there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments section. Antonio Gibson is now more likely than not will be your kick returner. Dax Milne probably going to be your punt returner, but the final 53, the official 53-man roster will come out probably sometime next week. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But as always, me and boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. And don't forget, I have a huge collab with Engraven dropping on the channel at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. So as always, me and boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Commanders. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you poppin', get you driving.